Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the online sessions of Tare Arkam Schools, Gujarat region. First of all, join your hands for dua. Rabbi zidni ilma, my Lord, increase me in knowledge. Eh mere Rab, mere ilm mein izafa farma. So, class, this is your history lecture, and this is your lecture number 5 of chapter number 10, the early Muslims. So, in today's lecture, we are going to start it from the page number 50. The other important dynasties during these centuries. We are going to discuss from the century 16th, 7th to 16th centuries. So, there are some other dynasties as well that we are going to discuss it today. That first of all, we have Fatimids. It's from 910 to 1171. The Fatimids were based in the Egypt where they founded the city of Cairo. Their empire stretched from Syria and parts of eastern Arabia to Sicily, Malta, and the right across the North Africa to Morocco. Now we have the Fatimids were based in Egypt. Basically, they were from the Egypt and they founded a city and named that city Cairo. Their empire stretched from time to time as well. First of all, they stretched from Syria, stretched it from Egypt to Syria, and then to the eastern part of the Arabia to Sicily, and then Malta, and across the North Africa to then to Morocco. These was the area that was occupied during the 910 to 1171, and this was considered as the Fatimid dynasty. The next we have is the Saljuk. It's from the 1037 to 1194. This Saljuk Sultanate, or you know that, is also, or Saljuk dynasty, was from 1037 to 1194. The founder of this dynasty was Saljuk Beg. The person who found this dynasty was Saljuk Beg, and the empire were established by Tughril Beg, and this empire was established by Tughril Beg. The person who founded the Seljuk Empire was Seljuk Beg, and the person who established the Seljuk Empire was Tughril Beg. The Seljuks were Turco-Persians. They were the mixes of Turkish and the Persians as well, and ruled over territory from Turkey in the west to modern Uzbekistan. They ruled from over the Turkey and the modern Uzbekistan in the east and the Persian Gulf and Oman to the south. They ruled from the Turkey in the west to the modern Uzbekistan. They ruled from Turkey to the west of modern Uzbekistan and the east and Persian Gulf and Oman to the south. The next we have is Ayyubid. It's from the 1169 to 1250. It's from 1169 to 1250. The person who founded the Ayyubid dynasty was known as Nuruddin Zangi. Its most famous ruler was Salahuddin al-Ayyubi. The Ayyubid Empire was based in Syria. The Ayyubid Empire or Ayyubid dynasty was found in Syria, and it's from 1169 to 1205 and founded by Nuruddin Zangi, and its famous ruler of that time period was Salahuddin Ayyubi. The next we have is Mamluk. Mamluk is dynasty was from 1250 to 1390. They were mainly of Turks and Mongols origin and came to the power after Salahuddin Ayyubi. They were based in Syria, Palestine, and Egypt. After the death of Salahuddin Ayyubi, or after the power of Salahuddin Ayyubi, the Mongols and the Turks came to the power. They were based basically in the Syria, Palestine, and Egypt, and the time period of this dynasty was 1250 to 1390. The next we have is Ottoman. It's from 1281 to 1924, one of the longest ruling dynasties. They were of Turkish origin. Among their most notable rulers were Muhammad II, the conqueror of Constantinople, Suleiman the Magnificent, and Salim II. The Ottoman Empire or Ottoman dynasty was the longest ruling dynasties from 1281 to 1924, and the notable rulers in this dynasty was Muhammad II, the conqueror of Constantinople, the Suleiman the Magnificent, and the Salim II. They were from the Turkish origin. They were basically related from the Turkish origin. The next we have are the Mongols, and it's from 1206 to 1334. Of Central Asian origin, they were furious and ruthless people. During the invasions into the civilized countries of their time, they appear to have spread devastation wherever they went. Two of their memorable leaders were Genghis Khan and Khalaku Khan. The Mongols were originally nature worshippers, but they tolerated other faiths as well. They converted to Islam in the 13th century and the 14th centuries, first under Genghis Khan and then Temur. So, in the Mongols, we had the Central Asian origins, and these people were furious and ruthless. These people were uh, during the invasion into the different civilized countries. They also spread their devastation wherever they went, wherever they go. They also spread their devastations. They were the time period in this time period there were two memorable people were known as Genghis Khan and Khalaku Khan. The Mongols were considered to be originally the nature worshipper who worships the moon, who worships the sun, who worships rain, clouds, fire, air, as, and so on, the nature things. And sooner and as well as they also tolerate the other faiths. They also give respect to the other people's faith, like they also respect the Hinduism, they also respect the Christianity, they also respect the other religions as well, Sikhism or Islam as well. Sooner they converted into the Islam, as well as they have the strongest toleration powers. Sooner they converted into Islam in the 13th and 14th century, first under the Genghis Khan, under the Ghazan and time period, and then Temur's time period. So, what we have Mamluk means slave, and it's an Arabic word. We have read it in the Mamluk dynasties where it mainly considered as the Turks and Mongols origin and came into the power after the death of Salahuddin Ayyubi. They were based in Syria, Palestine, and Egypt. So, this is it for today. What you have to do is to create the short question answers of this whole chapter, almost 15 to 16, on your own, at least 20 short question answers with the help of your parents. There are so many short question answers that could be created when you read this chapter between the lines as well. So, you all know that this is the third wave of COVID 19 and it's a very serious wave. So, for this, you have to take care of your parents, sisters, and as your family as well, your brother, sister, family as well. So, take care of your loved ones, take care of yourself. So, wash your hands for 20 seconds after every 1.5 hours for removing the visible and invisible dirts or germs. So till then, stay blessed, stay healthy. Fi amanillah. Jazakallah. Thank you so much.